What's going on, fam? This is Chris with F4YT. I know you're having a wonderful day. We're back with another Divine Alignment Light Code message. I really hope you've been taking care of yourself, investing as much time as you can, learning more about who you are while you're here on the planet at this time, and what can you do to get a great alignment with yourself so you can have that balance, that inner outer experience, that inner balance, so it can translate into your outer reality. I hope that makes sense, right? So it's all about balancing your own polarity and realizing, like, hey, you know, there's always more to know, and it's more to knowledge of self than meets the eye, okay? Because they're not going to teach us this stuff in school, because they did, we wouldn't need them no more, right? So it's all about leaving no stone unturned and realize, you know, we all been lied to on the mass level, and just, you know, just unlearning all the stuff that really doesn't serve a purpose whatsoever, and basically install our own new program, the tools that's going to help us level up. Okay, so I'm one of the messengers here to let you know, like, hey, you got this, man. So stop being so hard on yourself. Hey, you've been lied to, I've been lied to. You know, many of us been brought up in toxic families. We've been through a lot of ups and downs, but it's okay. But that led you to this point where you're at right now. You know what I'm saying? So I'm proud of you. So stop being so hard on yourself, okay? So when you know better, you're gonna do better. You're not gonna live on repeat anymore, okay? So with that being said, the reason why you being led to this presentation, you received your call to adventure from the universe, okay? And it's all about unity consciousness, okay? Because these are messages from the universe or source within you, because each and every one of us are our own universe or world, right? And I'm here to remind you of your own greatness and let you know, like, hey, all of us have to take full responsibility and accountability for everything. We can no longer blame people outside of us for the things that are happening in our lives. So now that we know, learning more about these 7 Hermetic principles and having a better understanding and somewhat of understanding how to apply these things so we can get better results in our life, we're not going to live on repeat, okay? So what am I saying? Let me go ahead and lead on in. So if you're new to the channel, it's all about personal growth, development, self-discovery, self-realization, knowledge of self, and most importantly, self-mastery. Okay, we're not gonna let people master us. We're gonna install our own program that we need so we can get the results that we need in our lives, not somebody else's results. I hope that makes sense. Okay, so we know Earth is a school, so let me lead on in. I'm gonna get my key points and takeaways and get you guys out of here, okay? So today is about the 4th principle of polarity. There's a good side, not so good side to everything, but there's always that neutral ground. Just being able to see both sides and realizing, like, hey, where do we go next with this? You know, with this either issue or the argument, right? What's the next step? That's how I like to go. Like, where do we go with this stuff, right? So our purpose and mission, where I learned a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience, nullify, so grow. So if you've been doing the same thing over and over, you know, expecting different results, it's not going to happen. You need new information to get new results. But most importantly, you got to test things out to see what works, see what doesn't work. So as you get those results, because Earth is a school, right? So you're going to get the knowledge. You're going to figure out what knowledge that you really need so you can, you know, actually apply it in your life, and that's going to give you the experience once you test things out. And after you test things out, you know, several times, right, you're going to figure out your own sweet spot, what works, what doesn't work, and that's going to give you the wisdom, that trifecta, right? So as you grow on your own personal transformation atonement process, the universe going to line people up, you know, with you that's going to need your assistance. So I need you to be working at your your tip top shape, right? And you need to be working at your tip top shape. It's not just me, it should be for you, right? But it's all about helping people to help themselves. We all been lied to. So you can consider me a divine messenger. These are the stuff that I'm sharing with you guys. You already know this. You know, we just need help remembering. So do I. So I'm teaching myself, and I'm also just sharing the information with you, putting pictures to words, so to speak, because a lot of the stuff doesn't have any pictures. All right. So a lot of people learn different ways. Some people like to see, some people like to hear, some people need the combination of everything. Okay. All right. So with that being said, we're going to help people help themselves. Trust your own inner voice, your own energy. Don't believe anything I'm saying. You know, don't even agree with what I'm saying, but just do your own research. Okay, so I'm nice enough to leave you some references like I always do. All right, because I want to, you know, help you get to the next step. And so when people really need your assistance, you can lead them to the next step. All right, I hope that makes sense so far. All right, I want to be quick but thorough. All right. So, but most importantly here, everything matters. Follow your own biorhythm and flow in life. Pay yourself first. All right. And also here, focus on them high quality thoughts. How do we get those thoughts, Chris? Great question. All right. You got to read better books. Okay. Like the Emerald Tablets, the Kabbalion. All right. Dive into this. I share quite a bit of information that can help elevate your thought processes, and that what that's going to do is going to attract certain experiences in your life. I hope that makes sense so far. So what you focus on grows. So if you focus on a certain frequency, like certain books and information, you're going to start attracting certain experience or situation in your life, right, that supports whatever you focusing on. All right. So I hope that makes sense. I want to keep it as simple as possible. All right. But the main goal is your brain is a muscle. So learn something new each day to build those new brain cells, which they call in science like neuroplasticity. Okay. So you want to build those new brain cells. Okay. So where do we begin here? You receive your call to adventure just like I did. It's time to grow to the next level. You've been tying everything together. You realize we all been lied to. It's all about leaving no stone unturned. So you going from everything that you do know, and you like, hey, I want to know how much that I don't know. So you ready to go to the unknown realm. And then what'll happen is, right, the universe gonna line you up with people like me sharing their true ups and downs, sharing, the things that work for myself and what didn't work, and also the tools that help me level up. And we've been talking about these Hermetic principles, and I'm so nice to share them with you. Just my own personal takeaways, trimming all the fat from, the books and stuff like that, and just giving you some straight information that you can use and apply. But you got to test things out, okay? So why are these Hermetic principles so important? Great question, because we're doing these things whether we know it or not each and every day. So why not get a better understanding of these principles so we can have a better relationship? So while we out here navigating in our own reality, we know what we're doing. We're very intentional with everything instead of just lollygagging or doing things in a hit or miss fashion, so to speak. So of course you're gonna bump your head, scrape your knee a little bit, but you're gonna figure out, okay, maybe I shouldn't do that again. So on your hero's journey, it's gonna lead you to astrology. You're gonna learn a lot of lessons about anatomy, geometry. Everything's a test, but you got all the tools that you need to level up. But you just gotta pay attention to your own inner voice, your own energy, and also just take note and reflect on your own reality. Okay, I hope that makes sense. And as you grow, you're going to tap into your own Christ consciousness, okay? It's a cause and effect for everything. And as you leave no stone unturned, you're going to elevate your own Kundalini energy, okay? You're going to elevate your own consciousness, all right? And you'll be able to help other people that need some help. All right. So underneath all the layer, your divine light being here to have this human experience, deep within your cosmic blueprint, you got your talents and gifts between spirit and matter that come into manifestation here in the earth realm, right? And it's a school of the earth, so if you want a different perspective, please watch Astro City, A Spiritual Journey. Astro City, A Spiritual Journey. An ocean of invisible matter surrounds the earth, and it's going to dive in, deep into, a different perspective of this whole, experience of earth, this school that we call earth, right? So to get here, you're gonna pop through the portal of your mom womb. Of course, they're gonna have a relationship with the mom and father spirit, mother body, right? Have that union, and to produce you, that spark, that son, you, right? Either male or female. You come out here, you're gonna get the knowledge, you're gonna get the experience, and after you tap your head, bump your knee a couple times, they're gonna make you wise, right? And as you grow through your own personal transformation atonement process and have that divine union to make yourself whole, right? To navigate out here, you need these 7 Hermetic principles. So the principles of truth are 7. He or she who knows these understandably possess the magic key before whose touch all doors of the temple fly open. And we got mentalism, correspondence, vibration, polarity, rhythm, cause and effect, and gender. And today we're talking about polarity. We've been talking about it for a long time, right? So we're just going to talk a little bit more. I'm going to get you out of here, okay? Now, the 7 Hermetic principles, so these are your core values that keep you operating your heart chakra. So if you feel like you're out of alignment, just tap into these core values. Like, hey, am I operating in these 7 core values? Principles of Ma'at, right? So again, Ma'at is an ancient system of what? Morals and values, right? Core values. And these core values going to help guide your thought and behavior as you navigate in your own reality. Okay, I hope that makes sense. Just real basic. And these 7 are true, based on the fact with honesty, integrity, justice, state of fairness and lawful judgment, righteousness, a state of consistent good conduct, reciprocity, right? What goes around comes around. Balance and equal distribution of weight. Order, the correct sequence of thought and action. And 7, harmony and one accord, a pleasing arrangement. So the world is equally divided between good and evil. You know, your next move gonna tilt the scale in either direction. So either you're here to lift people up or you're here to tear people down, right? So you got that polarity, duality kind of thing going on, right? So let's talk about polarity, you know, these key points and my takeaways get you out of here. So when it comes to polarity, right, it's that 4-7 universal law that tells us that everything is dual, everything has pole, everything has its pair opposites. So opposites are identical in nature but different in degree, right? So it's also the first of the mutable transcendable universal laws, right? So what that means? It means that there are two sides to everything. You know, things that appear to be opposite are in fact just the extremes of the same thing. You know, black, white, sharp, dull, hot, cold. You got it, right? So, you know, same thing applies when it comes to love, hate, peace, war, positive, negative, good, evil, yes, no, light, darkness, energy, matter. So basically you can transform your thoughts too, like I've been mentioning to you guys over and over again. What are you focused on? What are you thinking every day, right? So, you know, you can go from hate to love, you know, just by just your thought, right? Or from fear to courage by consciously raising your vibration. And how do you raise your vibration? Through knowledge, right? So people fear what they don't know and what they don't understand. Once you have a better understanding of a thing, that's when you know the ledge, you know, you'll know how much you don't know. And then, you know, then you can elevate your overall energy, frequency, and vibration, okay? So you'll know how far to go and how far not to go. Okay. All right. So with that being said, you know, there's a, you know, good side, not so good side, so to speak, and everything. You know, it's all about just seeing things for what they are and what's the next step with what we dealing with. Okay, so to follow along, a couple of resources here, references. We got the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean by Doriel Book, the Emerald Tablets of Thoth, the Atlantean by Doriel Book. We got the Secret Teachings of the Ages by Manly P. Hall, the Secret Teachings of the Ages by Manly P. Hall. Lastly, we have the Emerald Tablets of Hermes and the Kabbalion, the Emerald Tablets of Hermes and the Kabbalion. Okay, and you see the chakra color green, so it can tap you into the heart, and it'll tie in these 7 Hermetic principles and a little bit more. Okay, so as we close things out, you know, the law of polarity decrees that everything has its opposite and pretty much just the flip side of the coin. So your right, my left, the front, the back. Consider the next time that you disagree with somebody, you know, just think about this. They always going to be right from their point of view. But are you able to see their point of view, and are they able to see your point of view? And what does the winner get, you know, if it is a big argument? What does the winner get? And most of the time it's nothing, right? All right. So why not, you know, use your energy for better things than to argue? Okay, just being able to see that, you know, both sides and that neutral ground is going to save you a lot of time and energy. Trust me, I know. All right, so material items going to come and go. What does that mean when you don't know who you are, what your purpose is, and what can you do to help level up in your life so you can help yourself and help other people? And that's what it's all about. That's why these 7 Hermetic knowledge of self is more important and long lasting. That's why these 7 Hermetic principles are going to help get your butt out of the jam. Okay, so again, it's all about, you know, balancing your polarity, good side, not so good side, that divine masculine and feminine principle within you. But it's all about being whole, that one source of energy that you are. And if you want to learn a little bit more, Dr. Phil Valentine has some presentation on YouTube. You know, you just type in the keywords Dr. Phil Valentine, okay? And he has like years and years of presentations, so, you know, just have at it, okay? So according to the teaching, the info and these books that I listed down here are for those who are really ready for instruction and will attract the attention of such and that are prepared to receive the teaching. So what does this mean, Chris? When the pupil is ready to receive the truth, then these books come to him or her, such as the law, the 7 Hermetic principles upon which the entire Hermetic philosophy is based, are as follows. So today we talking about the principle polarity, good side, not so good side. We didn't talk about a lot already just in the intro, but let's get ready to close things out. So on your journey here, be sure to test things out and focus on the things that work, what doesn't work. and then you're going to refine and repeat the process as you grow. Okay, hope that makes sense. So the principle of polarity embodies the truth that everything is dual, everything has two poles, everything has its pair of opposites. So all of which, were old Hermetic axioms that explains that the old paradox that have perplexed so many over the years, right? Thesis and antithesis are identical in nature but different in degree. So opposites are the same, differing only in degree. So the pair opposite may be reconciled. So that sweet spot. So basically they're just saying the extremes always gonna meet, right? As you can see here, right? So with that being said, everything is and isn't at the same time, right? So all truth is half false. So that's why I say it's universal law to hide the truth and the lie together. All right. So when you see things on TV, really discern, this information, these movies and stuff, because they have to tell you the truth mixed with the lie at the same time frame. So it's up to you to trust your own inner voice, your own energy to figure out which is which, right? But you'll be able to piece things together once you start lining up these sacred geometry and just tie things together on your own. But there's always two sides to everything, etc., right? So to clearly illustrate as we close things out, you got heat and cold, although opposite, are really the same thing. They're on that same pole. So it's just all about perspective. We've been talking about perspective for a long time. So there's no such thing as absolute heat or absolute cold. The two terms heat and cold simply indicate varying degrees of the same thing, same pole, right? And that same thing which manifests as heat and cold is merely a form, variety, and a rate or vibration. So the same principle manifests as light and dark, which are the same thing, right? Varying degree between the two poles of the phenomenon, right? So where does dark leave and light begin? So start asking bigger questions: large and small, hard and soft, sharp, dull. The same principle operates on the mental plane. So you got good and evil are poles of the same thing. So, and the Hermeticist understands the art of transmuting this evil into good. So at the end of the day, there's a good side, not so good side to everything, right? So it's all about the lesson and knowing that neutral ground. So when you can see the whole, everything in its entirety, even the not so good side and that neutral ground, you'll be able to reverse engineer a lot of your own issues, really. Okay, but it's all about putting things to practice on your own to see how these things apply to your life. Okay, but these are my takeaways when it comes to the fourth principle of polarity, right? So be sure to click that like, subscribe button down below. I greatly appreciate each and every one of you. We'll be back with our next presentation when it comes to rhythm. And as always, Earth is a school. Our purpose and mission require to learn a whole bunch of life lessons to gain that experience and knowledge for our soul grow. So as you grow, especially once you start reading some of these books and testing things out for yourself, learn more about astrology, geometry, learn more about your body. How does your body work? Because you're projecting a lot of this stuff out into your own space and time. Okay, but tie things together with nature and your intuition, and you'll start leveling up your own consciousness. Okay. So, and as you grow, people gonna see the results in your life. So you're gonna help help people to help themselves. So what that mean? Instead of charging people, for to buy fish from you or to consume stuff from you, okay, you're gonna teach people to do things on their own. All right, I don't want you to come back to me over and over again. That means I'm not really doing my job. All right, so I want you to get on your feet and going as soon as possible so you can help somebody else down the line. Okay, but most importantly, don't blindly believe people no more. Start doing your own research, trust your own inner voice, your own energy. Everything matters, and get into your own biorhythm and flow in life. Love yourself, pay yourself first, okay, and focus on them high quality thoughts. We'll be back with our next presentation. This is Chris with Food for Your Thoughts. Until next time, take care of yourself, love yourself, stay grateful and focused, fam. Peace.